I've been bulking for the last 5 months, and in that time period, I've put on 25 pounds of mass, right, in that last 5 months. And let me start off by saying it's been the most fucking difficult thing that I've had to do in basically my entire life, right? You go online, you see people talk about, just eat food, just bulk up to 200 pounds, and then you can cut, and you're like 185 and you're lean and whatever the fuck. No one ever told me that bulking would require so much fucking discipline and it would be so difficult, right? 25 pounds in a space of 5 months. Put that into perspective. 25 pounds in a space of 5 months. And also, to make it worse, I've been skinny my whole life, right? So I've been super skinny my whole life, basically underweight my whole life, right? So putting on mass, eating food, it's been something that's been like a huge challenge for me. But I was able to put on 25 pounds in the space of 5 months, right? Like let me even just sidetrack a little bit and tell you guys like a story to just put into perspective like how skinny I was and how hard it was for me to actually make this much progress, right? So a couple of years ago, right, I go to a school camp, right? It's like a camping trip, whatever the fuck. And the teacher who took us there, he took like pictures of what we're doing. Like, so I think I was just like washing dishes after eating that evening. I'm chilling there, I'm doing whatever I'm doing. The teacher takes photos, right? And we get back from the camp and they post these photos onto the school website, right? They post them onto the school Facebook website, and one of these guys like was in my class. I think it was one of my friends, whatever. He went out of his way, he went onto the Facebook, he found the pictures that were taken during the school camp, and he took one of the pictures that were there, and he drew like using this like blue pen thing, like blue edit pen thing. He drew like a line around my bicep, like a circle around my biceps, right? He posted this onto his story, onto his WhatsApp status, whatever the fuck. Everyone was having a laugh, whatever. Like, this guy is super skinny. Look at this guy. He's got small biceps. He's super skinny, right? And I didn't even know that people would be like concerned about like us being skinny because we're like kids, right? So no one really cares about you being skinny and you just being like underweight. Like, I would assume people would care about you being like fat, but skinny is like, bro, most of us are skinny. But anyways, I was skinny to the point where people actually just found it absurd and people found it funny that I was like so skinny at such a young age. But anyways, time passes. Actually, let me continue the story. Like a few days pass after people having a laugh at my skinny photo, and we have a pool party, right? So we have a pool party and people are in the pool, they're chilling, whatever. But me, I'm super insecure because people have been laughing at me the whole entire week just because they were like twig gums, they were like super skinny, whatever the fuck. And to be fair, right? My arms were super skinny. I would take my hand like this, right? So you see my hand, I would take like my biceps, right? And I could wrap my hand around my bicep, right? So I would wrap it completely all the way around my biceps, and there would be like space left. So like this is like the size of my bicep, right? But there's even a little bit more. So it's like this much. This is my entire biceps. I'm gonna find like the exact same picture that I'm talking about from the camp, and I'll put it in the video somewhere, right? So my arms were super skinny. I was like so skinny, right? I and back to like the pool party thing, where the pool party people are getting into the swimming pool having fun. I end up having to go into the swimming pool with my shirt on because I'm super insecure about like the things that you're going on, and it's like that's the beginning of my villain origin story right there, right? Because from that point onwards, I was like, yeah, fuck this shit, right? But I've been I've been that skinny. That's how skinny I was. Like growing up, right? So something as simple as putting on weight, it may seem like it's something that's super simple and straightforward for most people, but for me, putting on weight, being in a calorie surplus, it's been the most difficult thing that I've had to do, right? And I've been super disciplined. I've ate the right foods. I When I was bulking, right, you'd imagine I would just have to eat like calories in the form of bad food, fast foods, junk food, whatever. I ate all the right foods. I ate the protein, I ate the good carbs, I ate the right food, the healthy foods, and I was able to retain like my leanness even throughout the entire bulk. Of course, I've put on like a little bit of extra body fat. Like before I started the bulk, I was at 9.1% body fat. I had that checked, but now I'm assuming I'm like at 12-13% body fat. I still have visible abs and everything, but I'm obviously not as lean as I was when I started the bulk, right? But I've ate the right foods. I forced myself to eat even when I didn't want to eat, and I've put on the mass. I'm not like 195. I'm gonna bulk up to 200 when I get to like 200 pounds. Then I'm just gonna start cutting. And when people talk about cutting is easier than bulking, I mean bulking is easier than cutting. Like I just think that's absurd. 9 out of 10 times I'm choosing to cut, but that's a side point. I'm gonna cut afterwards. But of course, bulking it's had its positives. It's positives that I can take away. Like for example, clothes fit way better now. Like you can see even on the shirt that I'm wearing, it fits good around the chest. It's super tight around the chest and the arms. I don't know if you can see that. Like, let me raise the chest for you. I'm joking. But anyways, clothes fit super well. Um, increased in I've got like a large increase in strength, right? I was actually so surprised to see this, but now in the gym my strength has gone up so much compared to before I started bulking, right? So it's had some of its like positives, right? But the negatives have been so much, right? Like I'm just hungry all the time. I feel like eating all the time, and also the discipline comes in because now I have to eat only the right foods when I'm hungry all the time. This past week, like I got like because I've been eating all the right foods, right? Someone showed me this cereal called like cinnamon flakes, or it's called like cinnamon toast flakes or some shit like that, right? I was literally eating like 5 bowls per meal. I would eat like 10 bowls of cereal in one day, right? That's how bad it was, right? And I realized this whole time I've been disciplined eating all the right foods, but it would have been so easy for me to just off track and just eat all the bad foods and then just gained a whole lot of fat and then just got to like the 200 pounds that I was trying to get to. But that wouldn't have been helpful in any way because if I just gained fat and just like not put on the muscle mass, then that wasn't going to really help me that much because I'm trying to put on the muscle mass and I'm going to end up cutting to go back to being that lean, aesthetic physicness, right? And there's also been like some random things like brain fog, right? So apparently there's this thing where if you eat like lots of carbs, right, your brain just you can't concentrate on tasks. It feels like there's like a fog in your brain, a haze in your brain. And I felt that, right? The more like I eat, it feels like digesting just takes a toll on my body. I can't focus on tasks. It's just lots of random shit. Like my breathing would be off for some time. Like I'm sleeping randomly. I just wake up. I'm struggling to breathe and all this stuff. And it's like lots of these like negative random shit, right? But overall, like bulking's it's been pretty good, right? I've put on the size, I've had the increase in muscle mass. Of course, I did put on that much body fat, so I still look good, right? Even with clothes, without clothes, whatever, right? I still look good. The clothes fit very well now because now I have like a lot more size to me, right? So that's been a positive. But besides that, bulking has been so fucking difficult. I'll update you guys when I'm like at 200 pounds when I finish the bulk, and I'll try to go get my body fat tested again to see like when I enter the bulk what body fat am I at, so that I can have like accurate results tracked throughout this whole process. But it's been so fucking difficult. Whoever told you that bulking would be easy, I don't know what that guy was on about, because this has been one of the most fucking difficult things I've had to do in my entire life. But I always love bringing you guys some content and updating you guys about what's going on in my life. So like and subscribe to the YouTube channel.